What do you, as far as the players we talked to today seem very upbeat, not only about this game, but about what you guys are doing on defense and how you're doing it. And do you sense that from the players?
Yeah, I do.
They're buying into what you want them to do?
I think, each week they've grown in the details of the defense, which you have to do if you want to be good. I think they like, learning the different plans and exotics that are part of the game plan. So I like where they're headed in a lot of respects in regards to that. I thought our meeting last Friday night, they were on point, much more focused. So that's a big part of what we're trying to do is create player routines that really allow them to perform on Saturdays to the best of their ability. And these guys are young, finding their way, but they're encouraged with some of the tools they're learning, and we've got a good room. We've got a good room right now.
Do you have to fight the urge to say, okay, I'm just going to simplify it so these mistakes stop happening and just make it simpler for now?
I don't see us that way. I don't see us as a lineup and delete scheme right now. I think we have to carry some things that give us a better chance, better opportunity. But we're keeping it. We haven't gone into any games with a large package. We're kind of having a laugh because I had I think one of our games against the Saints, one of our call sheets, I was showing it to the coaches, and it's just, they were like, wow, those guys could do all of that. So, we're not anywhere near what, over the course of the last 6 years, I've been used to. So, in my mind, we've kind of kept it to a point where we felt they could execute well. But you got to give some of the teams we've played credit to. The Clemsons and the Mississippi States are, schematically, they just do a lot on offense. They give you a lot of formation, a lot of movement. And, this team we played last week was a little more settled down, but they're, spread sets the whole game, spreading you out. So you just can't line up against it and necessarily, have success at a high rate right now.
Was it disappointing, I guess, when after the fumble and they got the ball at the 5-yard line that you kind of let them get out of there?
Always. Oh yeah, that's always disappointing. Any time, I'm very conscious of field position in our game, and anytime you have an opportunity to, take field position like we did, and you give it up, it just doesn't equal good football. It'll get you.
You look at a quarter-by-quarter breakdown, best quarter defensively points-wise, first quarter with 10, fourth quarter's been a different story, 31 points. What do you guys got to do to get better in that fourth quarter as the game goes on, not wear down?
No, I think we got to win third down, We've got to win third down. And you go back to the Clemson game, and I can't remember, but I'm going to guess it was somewhere around 90 plays. It's too many plays. It's too many plays. And you're just not going to be a great functioning defense, especially when you're trying to build depth in a lot of positions, linebacker, secondary-wise. It just doesn't work out well. Same thing this past week. We had 89 plays, but those two games we failed in third down. You're somewhere around a 50% mark in third down. That's just not good.
SEC had a few suspensions handed out over the last week, and Ashton and D had kind of differing mentalities. How do you go about that coaching up?
I'm sorry.
The SEC had a few suspensions for big hits or legal hits over the last week. As a defensive coordinator, are you mindful of that with your guys? How much slack do you give them as far as that aggressiveness? And
we teach aggressive. We teach aggressive. I think that's people don't understand the game that talk about that a lot. This is a fast, sudden game, and things happen quick, and so we coach aggressive here.
Going back real quick to the third down issues, can you put your finger on what exactly has been the problem on that down? What has led to the breakdowns in your opinion?
I can't because it's kind of a little bit all over the place, you know. We had a particular package on Saturday and had the perfect, I mean, you wouldn't want it any better, and we didn't execute. We had a new guy in a new position, and 2 of those third downs were tailor-made for stops, and we didn't get it. We had another situation where we played what we call a Toro style against that quarterback, collapse the pocket and take away run lanes, and one time we, run up the field and he takes off. But I'll tell you, the thing that has been a little bit bothersome is some of the penalties in third down. I think that Mississippi State was 1 for 10 in third down against us, but we had a PI, and we had a 3rd and 10 situation where we jumped off sides, and they ran the ball on 3rd and 5 for a first down, and we had a number of issues, including a 4th down in this last game that you can't help them. The last thing you can do is have penalties that help them win third down, or a 4th down scenario again where you're battling more plays. But it ties into some pass rush. The coverage for the most part has been fairly tight, but we got to make some plays too. You got to make plays. We still don't play down a distance well at times. So we had a situation, a 3rd and 9 situation, and we played it like it was a 3rd and 15. So those are more educational in their makeup. So between pass rush, between execution on a couple of simple things, some penalties and all, we've managed to hurt ourselves at times. That's just a part of learning and getting, you learn from it, you got to get better, you got to eliminate it.
How much harder is it when you're playing a team like that Saturday? This is going to go forward on 4th down, going to fake punts where it becomes almost a 4-down game instead of a 3-down game.
How tough is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tougher, because again, the thing is, in the college game, is you get into those 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 4s, and at the pro level, they're throwing the ball. In the college game, you got to defend the run, and so it's much different in terms of how you go about those down and distances. So even into the 4th and 2, what are you defending? So it's tough anytime they have 4 downs.
Brian, you looked particularly upset on the touchdown when they had the read option and the quarterback ran it up the middle and scored. I know, you have a touchdown, you're main game anyway. Just multiple breakdowns?
No, just one breakdown.
Okay.
Yeah. And he played a very good game, by the way. Solid game. And he had the one breakdown.
You're supposed to spill the quarterback on that?
He's supposed to spill the off guard and pull. Yeah.
The sideline warning, did you think it was 4th down?
That's what the side judges said it was. The head linesman for the other side told him it was a 1st down. But on our sideline, they marked him short. So I don't know how that transpired.
Just happy they didn't give a penalty or
But
anything.
our guy had it a yard short. All of a sudden, it was a 1st down.